Oh boy. Let me just say up front, I had no idea that Not Another Church movie was actually a real movie. I remember 3 or 4 months ago, I was sent this trailer on Instagram, and I thought, I didn't think anything much of it. I thought it was just a parody. Well, okay, this is going to sound confusing, but obviously this film is supposed to be a spoof or parody of Tyler Perry content. You know, if you look at the trailer, you automatically get the references of Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Madea Goes to Jail, Daddy's Little Girls, Madea Homecoming, like when Madea was Beyonce, and the list goes on. You got Mr. Brown, like Tisha Campbell, I guess it's supposed to be the core of the film, and the list of references goes on and on and on and on and on. I thought this was just a parody trailer, something that would come out of like an SNL, College Humor, Funny or Die, or just a numerous list of other, like parody shows or just content channels on YouTube where people create trailers for films that are either parodies or they don't exist. Like, how many times have you seen trailers for, a Marvel film, but it's really just people cutting and pasting things together, or, even like Frozen. It's like, hey, here's a trailer for Frozen 3, even though Frozen 3 hasn't released a trailer, things like that. But I literally was floored when I found out this thing is actually a movie. Also, I'll leave a link to the full trailer in the comments below if you want to check it out. Because of the production studio, what is it, Monty the Dog Studios, I don't want to risk playing a trailer and getting copyright claimed or anything. Especially, wouldn't that be ironic if I get a copyright claim from a production company that's doing a parody of Tyler Perry content while my whole channel is based off of reviewing Tyler Perry content? That'd be weird. But in any case, I saw that Comedy Hype posted a video earlier today where they talked about how allegedly, Tyler Perry isn't really happy with this film. And I think that, Tyler Perry's team reached out to the creators saying how they aren't, Tyler isn't a fan of this content, which it goes back to the whole thing with the Boondocks episode way back when, and then the most recent example in 2022, that episode of Atlanta where Mr. Chocolate, whatever his name was, Donald Glover portrayed him, which was obviously a spoof towards Tyler Perry. And let's kind of talk about the synopsis for this particular film. Billionaire talk show host Oprah Winfrey, wow, I wonder who that's a parody of, frets as her box office sales plummet and her talk show audience begins to dwindle. Using her direct connection to God himself, she demands his help. So God and his angels decide there's no better choice than to call on the hardest working man in the world, Taylor Harry. The P is silent. But when the devil overhears this, he comes up with a fiendish plan on his own to disrupt the whole ordeal. While Taylor prepares for one of his many jobs that mostly entails helping his dysfunctional but lovable family through their trials and tribulations, God appears and orders him to help Oprah accomplish her mission by writing a movie. Determined not to be stopped by the devil's devious plans on his divine mission from God, Taylor's crazy family and even wackier community proved to be the very substance for the storylines of Taylor's success. Yeah. Let me put it this way. I watched the trailer. I thought, like I said, I thought this was just fake. This is obviously like Scary Movie or Not Another Superhero Movie or whatever. Where they're just spoofing on Tyler Perry stuff. I mean, hey, it's a free country. People can make what they want. I'm not going to sit up here and say, Tyler, he shouldn't be offended. Come on, everybody gets spoofed. Everybody has to have a sense of humor. I can't sit up here and say that because guess what? I'm not Tyler Perry. I'm not going to sit up here and try to tell someone how they should feel about someone who is making a mockery of their, well, basically their entire livelihood, you know, their come up and whatnot. And if I'm not mistaken, the only cast member, because we got like Kyla Platt, we have Vivica A. Fox, we have Tisha Campbell, Jamie Foxx. I think Jasmine Guy is in, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Jasmine Guy is the only actor in this film that I remember being in a Tyler Perry project, which wasn't she in If Loving You Was Wrong? Right? I think she was in If Loving You Was Wrong. So I thought that was kind of like, wow, okay, how the tables have turned there. But yeah, will I do a review of this movie? I'm not going to theaters to see it. I'm not going out of my way to see it. This is like if it's on streaming or something, or in like the $5 bin at DVD bin at Walmart, I will probably watch it and then do a breakdown of all the things that are being parodied. That might actually be kind of fun. I'm not going to lie, but it doesn't look like it's not a high budget. I mean, aside from the actors they got to work in it, it doesn't look like unless the trailer is supposed to be low quality, which is supposed to be a spoof of, hey, well, you know how quickly Tyler films stuff, and you know his movies don't always quote unquote look the best, that kind of thing. I don't know, but yeah, it's just one of those things where, did I laugh? I got a couple. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. I got a couple good chuckles, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm just a regular person. I have no allegiance to anybody. I'm just a fan who reviews the Tyler Perry content, but I don't know. Not much else I can say about it, but are you going to watch Not Another Church Movie in theaters May 10th? Apparently the trailer initially said it was supposed to come out in December of 2023, but I guess it got pushed back for whatever reason. I mean, my whole stance is this: you can make film mocking Tyler Perry and his content, but at the end of the day, who gets the last laugh, considering he's the billionaire? And well, the people in this film, as far as I know, are not. So it's kind of like what I said during the Atlanta episode where Donald Glover, you know, played Mr. Chocolate or whatever his name was. I mean, yeah, you make a spoof about Tyler Perry Studios and whatnot, but my thing is, hey, you can laugh at me, you can parody me, but at the end of the day, the bank accounts don't lie. I mean, that's the one thing. Like I said, I'm not going to sit up here and say Tyler Perry, you know, oh, he shouldn't be offended, but I just look at it this way. When I look at my bank account versus the, you know, film that's coming out that's parodying me, hey, talk crap all you want, but the views don't lie. So I'm interested to see what the box office sales for this film would be, because I feel like that's going to be the funniest thing ever. Let's compare this spoof of Tyler Perry to one of his films at the box office and see which one comes out on top. That's all I'm saying. And if this drops on Netflix, would this film do the same numbers as one of his Madea movies that dropped on Netflix? So like I said, you can spoof him, but can you replicate the numbers? You can quote unquote replicate the characters, the storylines, Madea, but can you replicate the success? If not, then it truly is funny, because guess what? The parody isn't as good as the real thing. So that's just my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you want me to review this movie? Like I said, I'm not going to the theater to see it, but, you know, I should be moved into the house and everything by the time this is released on streaming or DVD or something. But yeah, were there any standout moments in this trailer? Did you like it? Did you laugh? Do you think this is just ridiculous? Who knows? But Kyla Pratt looks fine as I don't know what she was, even though she was like in a blink and you miss a moment. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that's pretty proud right there. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.